Yes. So many visionaries. So many. Visionaries. Welcome to this global African tribe. Sawubona. You know what sawubona means, right? I see the divinity in your eyes, in your face, in your being. And I thank the universe for you being in my world and me being in your world today. That's what sawubona means. I see the divinity in you. Yes. So welcome to this village. I love dancing. I really love dancing. As you'll notice in most of our videos, we dance in this village. Dancing is really good. It's movement meditation. It's really good for releasing trauma from your nervous system, from your electromagnetic field, from your body. Dancing is one of the most powerful ways of changing your energetic state. So many of us drink our anxiety away. So many of us pop pills for depression, pop pills when we can't sleep for insomnia. So many of us are hypnotized into this idea that, dancing is like for children, and we could only do that when we were still in kindergarten or something like this, especially men. I was talking to one of my friends and he was like, think about it. In school, men were told, shut up, sit down and pay attention. And men don't learn that way. I was like, yeah, you're right. You're right. Boys like to climb trees. Boys like to run around. So inherently, the body is made for movement, even for girls. I love climbing trees. I am that kind of girl that runs around, climbs trees, and hangs out with boys. Because I just like to use my body, move my body. I like to dance and move my body. Yes, I love moving my body. I think it's the best form of gratitude you could give to life is actually living your life through your body. Not living your life through your brain. So many of us are hooked up to the internet, hooked up to the phone. We're watching people on TikTok dance. Why don't you get up and dance? You know what I mean? Why don't you get up and live this thing called life through your body temple? Yes, through your body temple. Yes, daddy. Yes, mommy. Move your body temple. Live life through your body temple. So I have some cool friends in the desert. Some really cool friends around the world. So I've been compiling these interviews with my friends and some of the people I know and some, people that are just passing by. So I want to introduce you to some amazing guys that live out in the desert. And I was interviewing them about masculinity because they dance out there in the desert and they have a great time. And they've just learned how to balance the masculine and the feminine. I'm not saying everybody gets it right. We don't get it right. We're just trying. We're just trying to figure this thing out, right? We're trying to work out this mental health issue. We're trying to help ourselves the best way we can. So we figured out that balancing the masculine and the feminine, the right hemisphere of the brain and the left hemisphere of the brain, is what actually helps people heal faster. There's actually a somatic therapeutic practice that is called neurogenetic shaking or something like this. But it's like shaking therapy where you just shake your body, and you shake your body for an hour. And what that does is it releases the stagnation of energy, traumatic energy. So that sometimes we can't remember our trauma. We just don't understand why we were in rage. And we can't remember the memory attached to that rage. So the best way I found to release that anger and that rage or that sadness or that depression or that anxiety instead of popping pills is to shake your body, like literally move your body. You'll see in a lot of my videos, I'm at drum circle and I'll like video people who are like shaking. Most of the people that shake like that in my videos are from Israel. Because the Israeli people are in war, right? So they've ran away from Israel, and they're now living in Asia or living in other countries, and they carry so much trauma in their body. So I've noticed most of these young Israeli, visionaries shake a lot at drum circle. But in Africa, we practice the same. Shaking is so important. Like, it just allows you to just be free. Just allow life to live you for just 5 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour. You will feel incredible. Endorphins will start flowing, dopamine, and it's natural from within. So I want to introduce you to my two friends. They can share their idea of masculinity in this new world. And then after that, we are going to like freaking dance. We are going to dance. Drum circle dancing. We are going to dance away our depressions, dance away our darknesses of the soul, dance away everything that no longer serves our highest good. Is that okay with you? Yeah? You're gonna try this, okay? So if you've never danced before, you're like, what the fuck is this? I don't understand these dancing, shaking things. What is it? Therapy? Dancing? What? Shaking therapy? Yes, Google it if you don't know. It's shaking therapy. It's actually, well, some PhD guy says he created it. There's no such thing. These things are natural, and these things are natural parts of healing from all over the world, because I've seen Thai people do the same thing. I've seen, no, not Japanese people, but I'm sure they do it. Oh, when they do the kodo drums. So everybody does these shaking things and these drumming things. It's just you're not aware that all of us heal the same way. You're just not aware. But now that you're aware, because I've made you aware, we're going to have some fun. Okay? We're going to have some fun. So let's listen to an interview on masculinity from the American perspective. And then we're going to dance. How about that? Cool. Let's do this. Okay, so yes, it's such a tight.
It's such a small community, such a tight-knit community. Literally, I came out here, I knew no one. My car ran out of gas. I go to tell someone, hey, my car's out of gas. They're, here, my keys, just take my car. So you have to remember, from an East Coast perspective, you're like, okay. And what
from a Vegas perspective.
Yeah. So it's that kind of community. It's absolutely amazing. And as I said, these guys are really, it's kind of difficult for men to be embracing and supportive, and you weren't bust each other chops. No, definitely not. Definitely not. It's been an evolution, and
so you hug now?
Of course.
You hug all people?
And yes. Yeah, because I was very much in there. Well, you're a dude, and come on, and yeah. So the walls come down. There's a whole different level of acceptance. It's one thing to be politically correct, accepting. It's another thing to be spiritually and genuinely accepting.
Like, to me, it was a foreign concept and hilarious. When you were on the phone with me, when you said, well, I gotta let you know one more thing, you might not want me to come out there. I'm like, what? He's like, I'm black. I'm like,
because I always am accused of sounding white on the phone. So I'm like, yeah, just in case, so you're not shocked when you're trying to pick me up at the airport. I am a black dude, and so apparently I'm black guy number 2. There's another guy, Kent, but it's such a non-issue here. I mean, we're planning on having our Black Lives Matter out in the street. There'd be 2 of us, but it's wonderful because you don't need Black Lives Matter here because they get it. They know it. You don't even need to say it because you need to say it to educate other people. These guys get it. It's just, they get it. And it's so supportive, so cool. They are up in arms and disgusted by the same things that you are. But you don't have to have a political discussion every day because we get it.
Because it all goes back to just the person in love.
Yeah.
Just lead with love.
Lead with love.
Well,
Yes,
when I
lead with
first
love.
came out here,
Yes.
he goes, well, what am I going to do? I'm like, here's what you're going to do. You're going to wake up every morning, and you're not going to worry about anything else except for what you can do for somebody else.
Literally.
That's it.
That's your requirement.
That's what you have to do. Get up in the morning and figure out what you can do for somebody else. Can you change their tire? Can you help them fix their front door?
Can you just say
get them
hi
bath?
when they come by?
Can you
be
carry their
embracing?
grocery?
Yeah,
Whatever. Don't
anything.
worry about what you're going to do. Worry about
Yeah.
what you can do for somebody else, and the rest will just start working out. And he was like,
That
but
doesn't
I got,
make sense.
But I
Yeah,
got,
that doesn't
don't worry about
compute.
anything But I
Yeah.
got to do.
Yeah.
Like, just get up in the morning and look for somebody to help. Whether that's
Yeah.
helping them, you see they're hurting with a leg and they need a bath, you make sure they know what to do. It's simple like that. Or
But sometimes it's just you see someone and they look down, and it's like, man, take a couple of minutes to talk to them, ask them how they're feeling, what's going on, and just that interaction alone, someone
Get them
inquiring
do what you
can
need to get
change
them
their
in the
whole
water.
day. Yeah. And come towards the water. We'll lead you this way. So learning to lead and learning to be led is a big thing, to just be able to go.
What does being led mean for a masculine? Because I keep saying you guys are divine masculine, but there is masculinity and then there's divine masculinity.
Well,
So what does it mean as a divine masculine to be led?
Good question. It means actually being able to suppress your ego and hold on just a sec. Okay. To actually not feel.
it's actually for you.
Oh, okay. So sorry.
Okay, no worries.
Okay. Okay, so I was talking about black men and hypermasculinity. The simple fact is we're not indoctrinated or taught to be expressively happy, because literally everyone I'm supposed to have a straight face, mean mugging. I'm constantly on what's up. There's no hey. That's considered anathema, not accepted. We're hypermasculine. 1 out of every 4 black men will experience incarceration or something. An environment in gladiator school which trains you to be in constant threat and survival mode and ready to fight at the drop of a hat. We're also trained that look at your stars. When you're rap stars, you're people that are making money. I'm making money, son, but I don't see people smiling. If I was making $50 million a year, $50 million a year, you could not take the smile off my face, okay? I would be the most slap happy person ever. But that's not acceptable. That's not our definition of masculine.
For the black man.
For the black men. I can only speak for black men. But
Michael, you're happy and you don't have $50 million. Tell me what the secret is. You're smiling like
I'm
that.
into Copa. I don't give 2 fucks. And honestly, I guess I've aged out of it. That's also part of it. There comes a point in life where you realize how silly some of the things you've been doing or have to do or feel a pressure to do. I've got nobody to impress but me. And if a woman doesn't like me or find me a suitable partner because I'm not hypermasculine or threatening enough, I'm okay with that, because I don't want someone who wants that.
Do you cry?
Like a baby.
Oh my God, I love
Why?
men who cry. Men who cry are the best.
It's a drop of a hat, mind you, but I am willing to express my emotions to God. It's either that or explode. That's half the problem. We are taught you fall down, you're hurting, don't cry. That's not masculine. The expression of those emotions are considered weakness when they're actually the greatest strength. I can be moved by something deeply. I'm a musician. I can listen to certain music and be brought to tears because it is so emotionally impactful. I'm okay with that. And it takes some work and some willingness.
How long did it take you coming out of Washington, D.C., where you were like in hyper city, stress, all of that stuff? How long did it take you to come to this level where you are now?
Now?
Yeah.
I'm still on the path.
Oh, okay.
So, I don't know how I could delineate. I've been here almost a year. In that year, I know the first month or so, I was like, what the heck is with these crazy people? They're hugging you. I spent time in prison, 10 years in my youth. So I'm very much on the personal space and particularly men's space. A man touching you, what's up? It ain't that kind of party, all right? But to actually be able to hug a guy and just be like chill and not threatened and not feeling that you are somehow having your boundaries violated being able to let someone into your space and being receptive to that, that takes work. That takes really getting comfortable with yourself and really getting comfortable with them and going, you know what? This is not a threat. This is, in fact, absolutely amazing. Somebody wants to give you a hug. All right, that's an improvement, okay, from where it used to be. So it takes some reflection. It really takes some redefining what is masculine. What is it to be a man? Are you able to show emotions? Are you able to be vulnerable? Are you able to take risk? Are you able to open up your belief system and not be so rigid and what I've been taught is all that there is? It takes time, you know? And out here in the big nothing, there's nothing for miles. There's no one to impress. There's no one to impress. I don't know how to say that any deeper. When you get to take some internal time and you get to be at peace with yourself, with your mistakes, with your successes, with your failures, and knowing that a failure is not something to condemn yourself for, you got to run this stuff through the cycle. It doesn't come out once in the wash. It's multiple washes, but it comes out.
And you become free.
As I said, I live in a trailer that is the size of my former walk-in closet at my house. I can show you pictures. I'm not exaggerating. And I am happier here than I've ever been.
God is good. Life is good.
Life is good.
Yeah, okay, it's our definition of God. Like, for me, my definition of God is not, other people's definition of God. So when I say God is good, I mean like the breath I breathe, the air I breathe, the sun,
existence is good.
Existence is good.
Yes, existence is good, and the quality of your existence. As a person, I both love that. That is a bomber.
What is that?
That's a bomber. You got bombed. You're gonna want to set your camera down. You got bombed. You got bombed. You got your first bomber. Let me grab something. I'm gonna show you.
Oh my God.
Let me show you.
You see, visionary? Life lived outside. Life in nature. Life connecting with the laws of Mother Earth. Life, existence, whatever you call it, God, life, source, it doesn't really matter what you call it. Life is rooting for you to find joy. Most of us think that we will find joy when we achieve something. The mind doesn't work that way. The brain doesn't work that way. The spirit doesn't work that way. The mind works in pictures. The mind works when it is still. The mind works in pictures. The mind works when it's connected to the prayers of Mother Earth, the prayers of your ancestors. That's when the mind works. That's when the brain turns on. That's when the body lights up. And that's when your dreams come true. We've been sold to the idea that something outside of yourself, whether it is a job, a business, money, a woman, something outside of yourself will give you joy and fulfillment and satisfaction. It is never this. It is never this. When I left home at 17 years old, I had less than $100 to my name. I had no place to live. I didn't have a high school diploma. I didn't have a matric. That's what it's called in South Africa. All I had was my voice. I had a voice. Yes, okay, I went to private school, so, I spoke a bit of British English. Yes, okay, I went to art school for high school and I could creatively think. But I didn't have anything in South Africa that would qualify me to even get a job. But I had faith in my heart, and I knew that I had a prayer that was stronger than any opposition. Number one, I was a girl at 17 years old in a very interesting city. I started off as a telemarketer. People used to hang up on me. People used to call me names. Oh my God, people are so awful on the phone. They're so awful on the phone. Some people are very nice on the phone because they use you as therapy. But I learned a lot by working on the phone. I literally used to make $150 a month when I first started working. And with that money, I started saving. I never bought clothes. I never used to go out to movies or clubs. Maybe once in 3 months I would go out to a club or something like this. But I was always working. I always had 2 jobs that I worked during the day from 9 to 5, from 6 to 10. I used to sell subscriptions to the newspaper. Yeah, I have had some advantages, but not the kind of advantages where people think, oh, you need to have this and this and this and this to be successful. You don't. You need to connect to your soul. Your soul is more powerful than any idea anybody has ever sold you. Because the ideas that live in your soul are from the mind of creative love intelligence. Whatever you call God, I call God creative love intelligence. Everyone has something to offer this world. Everyone has a gift. Everyone has a skill. Everyone has a purpose. Everyone. This is truth. This is not a fact that can be changed 60 years from now. This is truth. The birds have a purpose. The sun has a purpose. Every morning it shines. You have a purpose. No matter what anybody has told you, you have a purpose. Truly, you do have a purpose. And the more you sit with just this idea, I have a purpose. My parents never told me I had a purpose. My grandmothers never told me I had a purpose. My teachers never told me I had a purpose. My friends never told me I had a purpose. But this crazy woman's coming from Africa telling me I have a purpose. Yes, you have a purpose. If the sun has a purpose, you have a purpose. Do you think you'd be on planet Earth without a purpose? No, boo-boo kitty. You have a purpose. You just haven't connected to your purpose. When you connect to your purpose, I don't care how dark it is because I've lived it. I've lived it. I come from a 1-car garage in South Africa. I didn't have a bed till I was probably like 18. I used to sleep on the floor. Concrete floor. Okay? So, yeah, I mean, it's tough. But the potential inside of you is bigger than any problem you're facing right now. I swear to you, go and put your forehead on a tree. This is truth. When I had no money in South Africa, sometimes 4 days without food, I used to eat sand and hot water just to fill my stomach up and make it back to work. But every time I used to walk there in Johannesburg, I used to just put my forehead on a tree and say, there is a purpose that is bigger. There is a purpose that is bigger. There is a prayer that is praying me that is bigger. I swear to you, this is how I've made it. Without that idea, just that small idea, there is a purpose. If the sun has a purpose, I am not a mistake. I am not here on planet Earth by mistake. If the sun, okay? The sun has a purpose. I have a purpose. Your life is governed by Grandfather Sun and Grandmother Moon. You have a purpose. The moon has a purpose. The air has a purpose. If you're feeling depressed, if you're feeling down, if you're feeling like, I don't know what to do, I don't have a purpose, I don't know, suicide is like my best friend right now. I'm having suicidal thoughts and I'm having a real great conversation with suicide. Okay, let me stop you right there, Boo-Boo Kitty. You have a purpose, okay? Your mistakes are part of the bigger plan. Your setbacks are part of the bigger plan. Your successes are showing you, yo, I'm good at sales. I'm good at speaking. I'm good at this. I'm good at this. Oh, okay. So where did I make the mistake? I maybe had a little bit of self-esteem issues. Maybe I was with the wrong company and they told me, no, you're not that good at that. And I believed them. Maybe I should step aside and not be around people and just start going to trees. Yeah, it sounds crazy. When I started doing these things, I was 17 years old. I couldn't even go home. My parents were like, you can't come back here. You left. I was so traumatized. I was so fucked up in the head. I couldn't sleep for 7 years. I used to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and just like scream. But all I had was my prayer work and trees. I used to just always just put my forehead on a tree. As I was walking to work, to my telemarketing job, just put my forehead on a tree and say, oh, there is a purpose. I am living proof. 25 years later, I'm living a life that I always knew was possible in my spirit, in my soul, because the prayers of my ancestors were praying me even when I was walking by myself in Johannesburg. This idea, it's an idea. You have a purpose. The sun has a purpose. The moon has a purpose. The water has a purpose. The earth has a purpose. Seriously? You have a purpose. If you could just sit with this idea, I have a purpose. I have a purpose. The sun has a purpose. The moon has a purpose. I have a purpose. I have a purpose. It sounds crazy when you're deep in the darkness of depression, of dark night of the soul. No. You have a purpose. Sister Tembi is telling you right now, you have a purpose. You have a purpose. Start where you are. You have a purpose. That's just your starting point. I have a purpose. Oh, what a novel idea. I have a purpose? What? I have a purpose? Yes, you have a purpose. You have a purpose. Okay? So let's start there. I have a purpose. Brother, look at my brother. Look at this man. Yo!
How are you doing?
Look at my brother. You have to see this man's abs. Please, can you show me your abs? I've been telling people about your abs. I said, this man is like Superman. Yo! Nigeria in the house. Nigeria.
Long time no see.
Long time no see.
Welcome.
Okay, I just want to see your abs. Yo, look at this man's abs.
Yeah.
Yo! Now Africa in the house.
Let's go.
This is my brother.
Hey, hello everyone.
Africa in the house. He's a personal trainer. His body is like
Strong like rock.
strong like rock. Yes.
You can say so.
How have you been?
I'm good. And you?
Good. What are you doing in town?
In Thailand?
Yeah. What are you doing in town?
In town. Oh, I'm going to do shopping. Yeah, to get some
Have you just been training? Damn, man, your body's been freaking amazing.
I'm fighting next month.
Oh.
Yeah, the stadium here on the 8th.
You're fighting?
Yeah.
I'm thinking of doing Muay Thai.
Yeah. It's my second fight actually. I fought last year as well.
Okay, send me a text message. I'll come to your fight.
Okay.
I want to see you fight.
Okay.
And then can you film?
Yeah, of course. That would
I'm gonna
be
film
nice.
you. I'll film you.
You still have my number?
Yeah, I still have your number. Why would I lose your number?
Okay.
See, this is how we roll in Asia with my African people, my African brother.
Yeah. We need more African people. Yeah.
We need more African people?
Yeah, to make the difference.
I know, right?
And I'm giving Afrobeat lesson tomorrow.
Afrobeat?
I'm having classes. My
Where?
second class tomorrow at Sritanu.
Okay, send me a text message.
Yeah.
I will come to your class.
I did my first class last week.
Yeah.
Fridays, every Friday from
What is
3 to 4. African music.
African dancing.
Oh yes.
Yo,
Oh, yes.
yo, my brother, we're gonna be dancing. Yes. We're gonna be dancing. I'm definitely coming.
Yeah.
I need to film it, okay?
When you want, whenever you want.
Tomorrow
Do
you
it.
have a class?
Tomorrow from 3 to 4.
Okay.
Today I'm actually going there because maybe in the afternoon I'll go practice at my gym.
Okay.
I practice a bit of dance, choreographies, and then tomorrow,
I'm definitely coming. Your sister's going to be there. I'm going to be dancing. Yo!
on the island. We're making
Things
a
are
difference,
happening on the
yeah. We need
island.
to
I'm
make-
telling you, this is a magical island.
It's
Something
incredible.
happens
It's
on this
incredible.
island.
Take your time, be patient, you manifest in whatever.
That's the secret.
It's
Take your
amazing.
time.
Yeah.
It's always about divine timing on
Stay
this
one
island.
place, don't run too many places. Concentrate your energy, focus your energy in one spot, and you will see the result. It's like
I
planting a
swear to
seed.
you, you're right.
You plant a seed, you stay there, be patient, water your seed. Fine. Whatever you think, we manifest.
Preach! Preach!
It's amazing.
I've been living that life the whole year. I'm like, I didn't know that life could be so good if you just focus your intention and your attention.
Your energy,
Yes.
pure focus. Because some people that you rush, you stress, you think, no, my God, be patient.
Yeah.
Today it's not okay, but tomorrow you never know. Just think, be productive, More you think, more you're productive, more you interact with people.
Right. And there's
That's
so much
awesome.
opportunity on this island. It's amazing.
It's crazy. I don't know what I see.
I see it.
When
I
you
think
wear
because
the-
we're African, we see
Yeah, when you
all the
wear the
opportunity.
glasses, you see
Yeah.
I don't have that tourist mentality.
Yes.
It's tourism.
Yeah.
It's not
But it's
like
because
just-
we left Africa, you went to Italy, I
Yeah.
went to America, and now we're seeing opportunity everywhere.
Everywhere.
Like, yo, there's so much
Yeah, because
money.
You can, see, you can see just move from here to there.
I
and then you can
know.
combine. It's like putting things together. and
I
make it
tell
happen.
Africans, I say, yo, get out of Africa. There's no job, 70% unemployment. What the fuck are you doing in Africa? Get out and go live your life. Nah, I'm scared. Of what? Of what are you
Of what?
scared?
Most people, here is the best place I can actually say.
Yeah. But have you noticed that the real estate is getting difficult?
Not here.
We need to start building houses
Yeah,
here so we can
because
rent
People
out.
are coming from Europe, Russia, they're buying everywhere, and the prices are skyrocketing.
And Israel. The people from
Israel.
Israel are coming
A
from
lot.
war.
A
A
lot.
lot.
A lot.
The healing that needs to take place here is incredible.
Yeah, a lot of people are coming. Actually, in the past month, I was working with a Thai agency
Yeah,
for land and plots. So I have a drone.
yeah.
I was flying my drone around. So I meet some people at the gym which are interested
Right.
in buying land.
Now you're in real estate. Yo, my brother. Yo,
That's
God
my
is
life,
good.
man.
God is good.
That's what we do in Nigeria.
That's what we do in Nigeria. That's what we do in Africa.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you.
what-
Tomorrow I come to your class.
Of course.
Okay. I love you, my brother. Thank you so much. Oh, now I gotta film my brother. God is good.
See you again.
Good to see you. Bye.
Have a nice day.
I'll see you tomorrow. Please send me that message,
Of
okay?
course.
Definitely coming to your class. I'll film
100%.
for you. Love you. Bye, my brother. You see, I told you. Everybody has a purpose. Everybody has a purpose. Everybody has a purpose. I met my brother 9 months ago. I had been living on the island for about 4 months, and he just had arrived, 2 days had arrived, and I was at a food court, and he was sitting there having his lunch. He just arrived on the island, and I was like, yo, my brother, you're from Africa. He says, yeah, how do you know I'm from Africa? I'm like, come on, seriously. All Africans notice each other. And this island doesn't really have very many Africans. I think he's the only African that I've seen on the island permanently. But I just went up to him and I had a conversation with him, just like any African would do. Well, I don't know. Africans talk to each other. I'm an African. I talk to everybody. So anyway, I went up to him and I was like, hi, my brother. How are you doing? Yo, my brother. And I'm like, where are you from? He's like, I'm from Nigeria. I said, oh, my brother. So wonderful. So we sat down and we had food together. I was with my Japanese friend, and I introduced my Japanese friend to African conversation. She was shocked. She's like, how do you just talk to everybody? I'm like, why not? They're God's children. I mean, I'm going to respect you until you prove that you're crazy. If you're crazy, then I walk away. But other than that, if you look nice, whatever, we'll just have a conversation, share a table, and eat together, and talk about life, whatever. It's not that big of a deal. Anyway, so I was talking to my brother, and he was like, yeah, I'm a personal trainer. I left Nigeria because there weren't any opportunities in Nigeria, and he made it all the way to Italy. And during COVID, he was just like so depressed in Italy. He was just not happy, but he'd lived in Italy for a while. And he was so unhappy in Italy. And he was like, I need to change my life. I need to change my life. I need to change my life. But he said that working out, like literally fighting, and kickboxing. Yeah, he does kickboxing in Muay Thai. He said that is the only thing that kept him sane during COVID. That is the only thing that got him out of Nigeria, got him to Europe, even when he was experiencing intense amount of racism, intense amount of just pain in Europe. He was like fighting and personal training and working on my body, working on my mind, just being focused. I'm like, I love men like this that are just damn focused. He works out. Like this man doesn't have an ounce of fat. I don't see him in town eating burgers and drinking and all of this stuff. No, he's like eating his food. His diet is so unattractive. Okay, I'm a girl and I kind of like, some days I kind of like to have fancy food, but I cook my own food at home, right? So I make my own vegan curries, my own vegan stuff. Sometimes I like to go out and, have a vegan sandwich or whatever the case is. But anyway, his diet is like boiled chicken and vegetables. Sometimes I'm looking at his diet and I'm like, oh my God. But I was like talking to him about training, but it's just that I live too far away. It's like an hour drive to town to be able to work with him and an hour drive back home. That's too much time for me. Oh yeah, that's just too much time. Once a week I could do it, but you see, if I'm just committing to once a week, it's not going to work. So I have to stick to like time management that works for me and works for my business as a CEO. So I'm probably going to train like closer to home with the Thai fighter, who's a pharmacist, but I'm definitely going to support my brother because he's teaching dancing. When he came here, he had nothing. He was just like, okay, I just need to change my mind. I need to change my life. I cannot live in Europe anymore. The racism, the depression, all of the awfulness. I cannot do it anymore. I'm from Africa. I need to make things happen. And he's like, you know what? I have a skill. Personal training. My body. I had a skill. What? My voice. Am I not talking to you right now on a microphone? Yeah, I started off on the telephone. Hello, my name is Tembi. I'm calling from JSI. I would like to talk to you about the stock market. Yeah, that was my second job. My first job was, hello, I'm calling from, my name is Tembi. I'm calling from Research Surveys. I would love to ask you about, do you enjoy using Omo or do you enjoy using a different detergent? There was a different detergent in South Africa, Sunlight or something like this, just different detergents. This is where I started, on the phone. Am I still not on the phone? Oh yes, I'm on the microphone, right? So you start somewhere. So my brother left Nigeria, went to Europe, and he just had, a tough time. Most of Africans that go to, especially Italy, just have a hard time. Another girlfriend of mine left Italy and went back to South Africa. She was like, oh my God, it's awful. It's awful. I don't know why. Okay. So anyway, so my brother left. And so he found that Italy was too hard for him. So he was like, you know what? I need to train. I need to focus my mind so that when the borders open, I can just get on a plane. I don't think he had a lot of money, but he knew that he had a skill. What? Personal training. So what did he do when he got on the island? He went to the first gym and he just started like training at these gyms. He made friends, he met people. Now he's into real estate. Now he's teaching dancing. Now he's got a visa. He's on the island, he's staying. He's starting his life, as you can hear him say, focus. Straight up focus. Like I support men who start with nothing and just say, you know what, I'm going to be in integrity and I'm just damn going to focus. And usually for men, it's the body. When you can just get a handle on the mind and the body, everything else falls into place because men are so masculine and I love those ripped bodies. I'm like, yo, I'm getting my husband to start training. I'm like, yo, daddy, you need to start training. You know what I mean? Get ripped. I want to get ripped. I think it's good for a woman too to get ripped and train. I used to train a lot in America. I had a personal trainer that I used to train with, and it's so good for your body. It's good for your mind when you sweat. Now I like sweating with dancing. I don't know, in my 40s I was just like dancing. So what do you think? Do you think we should have a dance? I think we should dance. Let's dance. It's going to be fun for us to just dance. Yes. Let's do some drumming and dancing, introduce the African beats and the African ancestors. And then once I film my brother's class, I will share it with you on the YouTubes. Yo, we're going to do some African beats. Yo, Africa is in the house. I'm telling you, Africa is leading the way in this mental health thing. Watch and learn. Africa is leading the way. Look, we started nothing with this as Africans because we don't really have very much sometimes, you know, but we have a passion and we have a skill and we have a belief in ourselves. So if you're an African and you're like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Listen, you've got a skill. Maybe it's personal training. Maybe it's developing your own body and then posting those pictures on social media and saying, you know what, I'm good at developing my body. Maybe it's singing. Maybe it's dancing. Maybe you can teach people dancing on YouTube. Who knows? The possibilities are endless. Most people have cell phones. It's incredible. People have cell phones. Yet, they do not use that cell phone to make videos and actually do something with that. They just sit on their cell phones, just scrolling through TikTok and all of these. Like, come on, people. Look, the Africans are doing it. Yo. The Africans are doing it. We're just trying it out. We're like, yo, I don't know what's going to happen, but let's just try it out. Let's just try it out. Try it out. I'm meeting more and more Africans like this that are just like, I'm living on a prayer. I'm living on focus. I'm living on intention. I'm living on my prayers of my ancestors, and I'm calling forth. I'm planting the seeds. I'm calling forth manifestation. This is why I'm showing you these Africans. Have faith. No matter what nationality you are, have faith. And if it's hard where you are, get out of that environment. And sometimes getting out of that environment is just closing the door and stop engaging with people and just saying, you know what, I need to engage with my own spirit. My own spirit. The change starts within. My brother in Italy was training and then he got on the plane. I, in South Africa, was talking to trees and then I got on the plane. You know what I mean? It starts within. It starts where you are. Nobody's going to come and save you and pick you out from your hells, because even if they took you out of your hells, the mind hasn't changed. So you're going to still make the same decisions that you were making in your hells. But when you start working on yourself in your hells, you build the courage to make decisions at a higher level that you're like, damn, I never knew that I could make those kinds of decisions or have the courage to do that. I honor men like this, young men. I honor these men, and I will promote them, and I will share their story, and I'll promote their skills and their businesses and their dancing and their creativity, whatever. Do whatever that makes you happy. Just don't kill people. Don't harm other people. Just stay in integrity as best as you can, as best as you know how. Whatever makes you happy is truly what you're supposed to be doing. Nothing else. Stealing doesn't make anybody happy. I'm sorry, you can spice it up all you want. It does not make you happy. It puts you in guilt. Because I know I've stolen before and it put me in so much guilt, and I said, oh my God, I'll never do that again. I'd rather go without. You know what I mean? Lying doesn't make you happy. It makes you feel ick. When you feel ick, you don't make good decisions. I'm sorry. I don't know who told you that you can make good decisions when you're nasty and lying and all of it. It's not true. It's not true. Change your mind about this stuff. I am showing you, I am proving that when you start praying, just take a glass of water and just say, may I be happy. That happiness will trigger you to do something that will make you happy, whether it's dancing, whether it's working out, whether it's helping somebody. Do you know what I mean? And as you help other people and you don't expect anything, just help people. Just like, you know what, today I just want to, it's a day for just giving. As you give, you realize, oh, people need this. Oh, okay, I can be of service. And now I've helped these people. I know how to do it. I have a system and a formula of doing this. Oh, I can help a lot more people and make some money with it. This is how we change consciousness. This is how we change our own consciousness. Believe in yourself. Just start there. I have a purpose. The sun has a purpose. Life through me is purpose. And life will support you. Truly, I am living proof, and the more I live this truth, the more I find more visionaries that I can just keep touting this message, keep preaching this message to the world. Yo, your potential is greater than any problem you are facing right now. This is truth. It is not a fact. It is truth with a capital T. Okay, so let's dance, shake it up. I have a purpose. Yes, I have a purpose. You have a purpose, but we're kidding. It doesn't matter where you are. America, I've shown you Americans. I've shown you Asians. I've shown you Europeans. I've shown you Africans. I've shown you Asian people. Now you can stop with your lies. Stop with your lies and the self-abuse. You are purposeful. You are here on planet Earth because you are purposeful. So many souls would love to be here. So many souls would love to have this adventure on planet Earth. You were chosen to be here. So now start believing that, yo, my life is purposeful. I was chosen to be here. You have no idea how long the line is for souls to come and experience this adventure called planet Earth. Change your mind. Change the media you watch. Watch people who are like actually trying and, you know, and support those people and say, yo, look, he's trying. Yo, he left Nigeria. Yeah. Okay? These are the people that we should be encouraging and supporting and spending our money with. And pushing them forward and having dinners and lunches saying, my brother, I got you in prayer. God's got you, you know. And, you know, if I need something, I know that I can call you up. We need each other like this around the world. For me, I don't really have a thing with race because I've had white men that have held me and helped me and prayed with me when nobody was around. Okay? I've had my African brothers that have been there for me. I've had my American brothers. I've had my European and my Asian brothers. So I don't care about race. Race is not my thing. It's not my drug of choice because I've had so many good men in the world help me. So I cannot even go down that race road. I don't care about that stuff. People have helped me. I look at the soul of the human being. If that soul is coming in a pink suit, okay, whatever. Pink people, let's go. I have pink hair, pink eyelashes, whatever, let's go. You know? Start this. Your life will open up. Share your gifts. You have something to share. You are here on a purposeful mission, a purposeful journey. Believe this. So let's dance this. Let's dance this and let's affirm this and let's feel the energy of I am here on a purposeful adventure. I am purposeful. Life through me is purposeful. Let's activate that feeling in our body temple through drumming. Okay? Let's do this. Yes, boo-boo. Let's do this.